Thank you, Rebecca. That was a humbling introduction. How y'all doing today? Good. Well, ladies, thank you for the opportunity to speak to you for a few moments about what we do at the City of Hope Outreach. And my hope is that you would be inspired individually and as a group to work alongside with what we do. All right. So I want to talk to you about discovery, finding passion in service on behalf of others. So this whole idea of finding oneself, why? Because one of the big questions that we have in life is, what am I supposed to do while I'm here? Now, as I look at you beautiful women here, right? You have much wisdom, much experience, much seasoning that I could just sit down and shut up and listen to y'all, actually. Because I believe I have more to learn from y'all than what y'all can learn from me, right? With that being said, finding. That whole word, finding. Like, what does it mean? What does it mean to discover? Well, if you look at the reverse of it, it means I have pushed something aside. I've moved things out of the way. I have pulled things up in order to find something that has been covered. That's where we get the word discovery from, to divide what has been covered. And as I look at you ladies, you have years of discovery, am I correct? Right? And in that discovery has been rooted in a number of life experiences, of creating relationships, seeing relationships end, celebrating new things, lamenting things that end. But in all of that, there is a discovery. But of what? The discovery of who you are. And if you look back, it will begin to make sense that where you are now is the result of all of these small experiences and events that you have found, that you have uncovered over the course of your life up to this point. Which leads to the second thing about passion. Passion. It's an emotion. To some degree, it's dangerously unbridled emotion. And so in this word, passion is where we also get the word compassion. So passion, Latin, means to suffer. But compassion means I want to suffer with you. What's your name? Alicia. Oh, another Alicia. Look at that. And so when I meet Alicia, and I understand that Alicia has gone through something difficult, some type of experience that has weighed her down or slowed her down, passion is, there is something that happens within me that I want to unite with what I have found. And I want to come alongside Alicia. And I want to be passionate with Alicia. Now, not passionate in the use of the word in which intimacy or sexual intimacy, that's another use of the word. But my passion is directed towards Alicia and walking with her to bring her up out of this difficult experience. And to some degree, it becomes unbridled because I'm willing to take a risk. I'm willing to set almost everything aside so that Alicia could be passionate herself. We're back to you, Alicia. And so over the course of my life, I have found these different experiences. I like comic books. I like the concept of the hero. I like the idea that there are individuals, not only fictionally, but realistically, who exist, who are willing to be passionate for the sake of another. Especially when there is trouble, when there is difficulty, when there is a fire raging and everybody else is seemingly running away for the sake of their own lives, that there are individuals who are willing to run in, or as Jesus described on the Jericho Road, willing to get off the horse in the midst of possible danger and at the cost of their own life, help out one that is not like them. Passion. I want to be compassionate. I want to suffer with Alicia. I want to get down in the dirt with Alicia. I want to cry with Alicia. I want to be angry with Alicia. I want to sit in silence with Alicia. I want to hear Alicia rage against the pain, or I want to hear Alicia celebrate that she's coming out of the pain, but all the while I am suffering with her. I'm having passion with her. Which leads to the next point about serving others. So this idea of altruism. I'm being selfless on behalf of the other, Alicia. I am willing to set aside, even at the cost of my own life, whatever it is, so that Alicia could thrive. Surely you know about altruism. Christ came into the world and gave himself for others. He suffered with. In this book, the brothers Karamazov, Alyosha is the model of that who is selfless and faithful, in contrast to Dimitri. There's an individual I know, like a Brian King, who was selfless and had the idea of a garden that feeds people now. This idea of being selfless weaves throughout Methodism, right, ladies? Circuit riders going out onto the plains, right? Ordaining less educated type people so they can go out and preach the gospel, unlike the high church type people. Come on, you know your history, right? Okay. Selfless in terms of the many things that this congregation, and more specifically you women, do today. So what does finding your passion have to do with serving others? I would ask for you to reflect on, again, your own life. What was your occupation or occupations? Because some of us have more than one, correct? Right? And I'm not just talking wife and mother and grandma and aunts, right? And all those are necessary to remind people what? That grandma type experience when you go down to the shelter and cook, right? Yes. Because some people need that grandma memory. But think about the other things. Why you went to school. You didn't just go to school to get a degree. You didn't just go to school to get a check. You didn't just go to school so that I'm an empowered woman. It's larger than that. That you did those things and experienced those different occupations and life experiences so that you could build up the life of another. It is woven into each and every one of us. And so individually, right now, even in the season of your life, how are you taking your passion and uniting it with somebody who is in need? I'm speaking to you as individuals right now. We'll get to you as a group in a second. I'm asking you to look within yourself. What creates a fire within you? What causes you to get up in the morning? It says, I am ready to meet this individual or this family or go down and do this activity because it gives me life. It is inspiration. And if I was not to do this, I would feel as if it would be better for me not to even live. Do you have that? Did you have it? And for some reason you have lost it. And if you have lost it, now is the time for you to go find it. So that means you have to uncover what is ever covering it. Maybe it's a physical issue. Maybe it's a family issue. Maybe it's just a time issue. Whatever it is, are you willing to say, I need to find my passion and I'm willing to tear things up until I find it, until there's a flame lit within me? It doesn't matter the age. Do you understand? Don't let anybody ever tell you because you're in the season of the life that you're in that you need to retire. What? Don't go to God with your seashells like this is what I collected on the beach. Instead, go and be like, this is whom I have helped. When I was hungry, you. When I was homeless, you housed me. When I was in prison, you visited me. He didn't say, here's my seashells. Here's my beach trips, right? Because when you did it for the least of these, you did it unto me. And so finding your passion in serving others is looking at how will not only I live my life, but how will I live my life in such a way that at the end of it, whenever that is, I'm still a burning flame, full of passion, serving others. Why not light up heaven with your own fire, right? So at the City of Hope Outreach, for those of you who are not familiar, and I always act like nobody's ever heard of us, all right? So we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization started back in 2007 with some folding chairs and a sound system and nothing else, out under a tree in a trailer park on Robbins. And over the course of 17 years, again, as Rebecca talked about, our mission is to provoke hope in individuals and families over time for the glory of God. Provoke hope. Why? Because especially nowadays, people are in need of hope. There's too much stuff. Forgot where I was at. Stuff going on. Too much. That people are in need of hope. And hope can come from the youngest individual to the most seasoned woman. People are in need of knowing that I am not alone as I'm facing the possibility of losing a place to live. Or I'm facing the possibility of having my lights shut off, or I'm facing the possibility of not having enough food, or I'm facing the possibility that I don't have a place to go because my man keeps beating me in the face. And so who is going to come alongside those individuals and suffer with them? And so through education and housing and nutrition and quality of life, that is how we are seeking to do those things. And it's hard. And it's never perfect. You have successes and you have failures. You have individuals that want to work it out, and you have other individuals who don't want to work it out. You have individuals who find their way to our place, and sometimes all they want to do is just sit and just relax. And other times there are individuals who want to find their way and they want to lay out their whole life so that they can find the help that they need. And so one of the ways we have sought to do that is through our Hope Village, that this church has raised money to help build a house. And in November, our goal is to house the first 3 houses, to have individuals move in so they can start their next step into human flourishing. But we can't do that alone. Because when you have an individual or a family come in, they need support. And they need to know, again, that there's going to be individuals that's going to suffer with them. And so you may have the skill of education. You can come down to the academy and help and read. Just for an hour, a week. Just an hour. Or just, I don't know, hand out snacks and be a, dare I say, grandmotherly presence to young kids. You can come and provide support for a single mama. We start our Co-Host Smart initiative to help a single mom, help her understand what it is, I don't know, what it looks like to keep an orderly house, or to help budget, or to help grocery shop. Needless to say, as I close, as a group now, as you discover, ladies, your individual passions, how do you bring it together as a group here, the Women of Faith, to light an even bigger fire, an inferno of passion that warms the hearts and lives and minds of other people, other families in the city of Conway? Because what do we want the city of Conway to be known as? I always make this running joke, the chamber is like, this is the great city. And I'm like, well, it's a great city depending on how you treat the least of these, actually. I don't care about your roundabouts. I don't care about your businesses. I don't care about your UCA Laurels and Stripes and all that kind of stuff, right? What matters is, how are we treating the individuals that's out there right now panhandling? How do you really view? Are they those people or are they our people? Here's the difference. Because those people keep them at arm's length. But if Alicia is my person, Alicia is like, I'm treating her like my own mother. If we want to be a great city, it depends with each one of us. And then that fire from each one of us comes together to become something even brighter. And then when more of us come together and it becomes brighter, then we can say, oh, Conway, that's a real great city. Because you see how they treat the least of these? They are prioritized. They are humanized. They are taken into consideration that their needs are just as important as the people in West Conway and up in Round Mountain and wherever else. But it starts here. So do the hard work. If you've lost it, go find it. And when you find it, burn with passion for it. When you burn with passion for it, do it with such abandon that heaven itself will stand up and applaud. Thank you. Because I love questions. Yes, ma'am. Yes, so our Coho Academy is a 5-day-a-week after-school initiative. We started back in 2010 with just one of those tables outside and some folding chairs. And now what we do is over the course of 5 days, we focus on personal development, arts, literacy, STEM, nutrition, hanging out, field trips and things like that. So the students come, Conway Public Schools, primarily who we serve, they come around 4 o'clock till 6, and they get involved in one of those things each day and work with the school district as well. Claudia Courtway, she gets involved with what we do. We have an education committee that meets quarterly, that reviews everything that we're doing. So if you're a former educator and you want to be involved with that way, you like numbers and recommendations and all that kind of stuff, that's a way you can get involved, right? If you like to sit with a kid and read in academy, that's another way you can get involved. Or if you just want to make snacks, then that's another way you can get involved. There's different ways that you can get involved so that we can support the educational development of the youth in our community. And it's free. It's the only free after school one here in Conway. And so obviously we depend on donor support, grant support, and the like, because I don't want costs to be prohibitive to a parent that is needing their child, in one sense, to be watched, right? I get that. But then also to be supported in terms of their education, but then also get exposure to different things in terms of some of the things that we offer, like STEM. You know, they come and we have a great instructor in regards to computers and things like that, where the kids get to learn in coding and the like. You never know. They find the next whomever to do something amazing, create a robot that teaches. I don't know. But you understand what I'm saying. Creates an opportunity. So whether it is from a day-to-day, you want to get involved face-to-face with the students, or you want to do more of the administrative kind of thing and review what's been going on, there's an opportunity for everybody to do that. Great question. So, you can talk to this lovely lady right here, Tara Ward, right? And she handles all the volunteer type activities and things like that, and she will get you connected. Where do we find her? We find her at 501-205-1614. And I'm sure she's got cards that she can give out to. And you can connect with her, and she'll be more than happy to get you connected. We have Steph over there at the table over there. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, so where we're located at, yes. So they get dropped off by the buses. So we're located right outside the trailer park. And so the bus stops right there, and then they'll come down to the building. So it's in walking distance. From there, it is Ellen Smith, Carl Stewart, those schools over there, because that's the zone that they're in. But I'll take any kid. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Furnishing is the fun part. Yes, looking forward to that. Thank you, ladies, very much.